Merry Christmas Eve and welcome back to the vlog. Thanks so much for watching. It is Christmas Eve in LA and it's raining. And David and I are headed to, strong windshield wipers there. David and I are headed to Sight Glass Coffee, which is just a few miles away. And we tried this place when we were in San Fran a couple years ago and loved it, and it came to LA. So we're gonna try it out and then we're gonna go home. And I hope that you had, because this will be past tense, I hope that you had a very great holiday. Back in the car. David didn't get any sight glass, just me. Really cute cups. I got a vanilla paste latte, which they said is like agave and vanilla bean little combo, but it's really minimally sweet. Like I think that they just added the littlest bit, but it's really tasty. And how good is this cup? So cute. And then we found this place right across the street from it called Super, we're literally parked right out front, called Super Vinyl. And it's probably going to be like our new favorite spot, like coffee and go look at records. It's really small. It's very cute and they have an amazing selection.
They also have a good selection of record players.
They also have a great selection of record players. It's really cool in there. I didn't feel very cool.
Imposter syndrome.
But I did get the Britney Spears vinyl. Are you going to wrap it? Do I have to open it tomorrow?
No, I'm not wrapping that.
We can play it when we get home.
In exchange for, I got to have a Rage Against the Machine record, if she gets to have that.
That's fine. Like it has all of the classics on here. Baby One More Time, You Drive Me Crazy, Sometimes, Soda Pop. I'm very excited to listen to this when we get home. And it's so cute and it has her on it. They were saying it's very rare to find a vinyl with the person's face on it. So usually they're clear or blank. And look at these colors. Does this not just take you back? Takes me back. Anyways, we're gonna go home and I'm gonna bake. David's gonna run. And it's a lovely, rainy, Seattle feeling LA Christmas Eve. We just came back to the house and I am going to be baking some cookies. And the ones that I wanted to make, I'm sure that you've had these like forever, ever. The peanut butter cookies with the Hershey's on top. I really like those and I have those every year. I'll probably make those at some point, but I'm gonna do sugar cookies with the peppermint kisses on top. So I'll just show you kind of throughout the process, but I just took off all the wrappings of these little guys and they're just like the white chocolate ones with the peppermint. I'm gonna make these cookies and I will speed it up so that you don't have to actually watch me step by step, but I'll let you know what I use. And I actually had to go buy every single one of these ingredients because I pretty much never bake. So it was an expensive trip because most people have these items in their pantry already and I didn't because I don't typically bake. But anyways, I'll have them now. So I'm really excited to eat these. I'm gonna have them all to myself because David's not really a sweets person, but I am gonna make banana bread for him for breakfast tomorrow. Anyways, I'll just go ahead and get started. Okay, I skipped a couple parts because I was FaceTiming. I added all the dry ingredients and then I'm about to add them to the wet ingredients. And then I also did a little bowl of sugar. Listen, I am not a baker at all. I'm just following the directions. I will link this recipe below because I'm not gonna act like I know what I'm doing here. But yeah, we'll keep going. I'm digging in. Like, how do you choose? I'm gonna choose a small one first. Oh my god. It's melty. It's totally melting down. Oh my gosh. This is legit. Merry Christmas Eve. We have moved on to dinner, and David's family makes Mexican food every Christmas Eve, and so we're gonna keep the tradition going, except for that this year we are going to make FLAUTAS. Actually, Kennedy makes these and they are so insanely good. So I'm just hoping that mine are as good as theirs. Right now I'm just rolling the roasted chicken. I got just a rotisserie chicken from the store, and I'm putting it in there and adding some cheese, rolling it up, and then we're gonna fry them and have it with some rice and beans and guac. So we will show you how it turns out. They are cooking and they are sizzling. David is in charge of the canned beans. They are Amy's though, so hopefully they're healthier. And then I don't know what we're doing with Mexican rice, so we just went for some store-bought kind, but these babies are sizzling and I am excited. Here's how they turned out, and honestly, they look pretty good, but I almost think I put a little bit too much oil on because some of them look kind of soggy on the sides. Like that looks a little, I don't know, I could be wrong. We will see how it tastes. This is the final product. First bite.
Really good.
Mmm. Stamp of approval.
New staple.
We're in line now for the holiday, what's it called? Holiday Road near Calabasas area. And we just checked in. This has got to be the bumpiest road we've ever driven on, and both of us are starting to kind of feel sick.
I can't.
So it actually is starting to hurt. And we just started going through it like 5 minutes ago. So I'm really hoping that once we get through, it's paved or something. I don't know.
Jeez. I feel like going to Indiana Jones ride.
Oh my gosh.
Disneyland.
Come home to cocktail hour. So you can't really pick up how like red this is, but I just made a cranberry gin fizz. It was a shot of gin, kind of like a splash of cranberry juice and orange juice, and then ginger ale and a little bit of rosemary on top, and it is delicious. And David is gonna, what are you gonna make, David?
Gin martini, rosemary.
Gin martini with some, oh, okay, so no cranberry at all. Oh yeah, that's delicious. Cheers and good night. I'll see you on Christmas.
The top fell off of the shaker.
Oh, I wish you guys could have heard the rumble.
Christmas is ruined.
This is the difference between me and David. In my stocking, there's candy and there's Lifesavers. In David's stocking, there's Quest chips. So David and I just finished unwrapping our presents from our family and FaceTimed them. I added this little clip. This was one of my Christmas presents. And I just made gluten-free banana bread Followed Joanna Gaines' recipe that my sister-in-law sent me. And we're gonna do a taste test. I took a corner piece. I usually like a middle piece, but just for the sake of this taste test, I'm gonna tell you if it's any good. Not as good as my cookies, but pretty good. David and I are going to make a big brunch, hash browns, bacon, eggs, and then we're gonna build a gingerbread house. So it's been a really good morning so far.
Is it hot?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You like it?
They're very good.
So David and I just went and picked up some Mastros. We're doing takeout for dinner tonight. Steak, mashed potatoes, asparagus, and that butter cake that we had from last vlog for Kennedy's birthday. And then I'm gonna show you what the table looks like. Okay, so I just set up simple little napkins, and then I put actually linen napkins underneath these because we don't have placemats, and kind of some candles here because we're doing a gingerbread competition tomorrow, and we have all of this stuff right here. So we're just kind of hiding it with this big bouquet. Looks bomb. Hey, it's 2 days later. Yesterday, David and I were so painfully bored. We really didn't do much other than make a couple of returns from Christmas and play some games. So it really wasn't anything worth documenting, but today, it's kind of that week where it's like the in-between Christmas and New Year's and you don't know what day it is. But last night, there was such an awesome rainstorm in LA, which for here, it feels like, I don't know, like a tropical storm or something. So last night's storm was actually really fun. David and I were up late watching Gilmore Girls, and we just saw lightning and heard thunder and stuff like that. So we were just watching out the window like little kids, and it was really fun. But today we didn't even get out of bed until 11. It's like 11:30 right now, and here I am. First coffee of the day. So, which explains also why I look like I just got up. But I have like one big errand day a week. That's definitely going to be today. I have quite a few things to check off the list, but it was a really slow start. So just a lot of emails and things to do when I get home. But anyways, I hope that you had a great Christmas wherever you are. And I have no idea what we're going to do for New Year's. That's my next question. What do you do on New Year's during COVID? Because there's not even a ball to watch drop. I don't know. I don't know what we'll do. So I'm just getting ready for the day, and last night while I was cooking dinner, I burnt myself on my wrist as I was pulling out a pan from the oven. I just like nicked the top of the oven, which is unfortunate, but I heard that the Beauty Counter cleansing balm that I have been using for a while, I heard that it actually kind of does wonders on burns. So I'm gonna put a little amount. I'm just gonna put this much and I'm gonna see if that does the trick. Definitely needs ointment of some sort. I'm kind of afraid of scarring because I grew up in the South, like my early childhood, and I'm super allergic to mosquito bites. And so I have scars all over my legs because when you're a kid, you just can't help. Actually, as an adult too, it's really hard to restrain from itching and like when it scabs, peeling it all off and that kind of stuff. So as a kid, I just picked off all my scabs from bug bites, and so I have all these little scars from that on my, especially on my ankles. So I'm kind of, I don't want to add more of that to my body. So I'm gonna see if this works. I think I also have some like bio oil or vitamin E that I think is supposed to help too. So it's really small, it's really tiny, but I just would prefer if it didn't last like crazy. When your place doesn't have central air and you just get out of the shower, you gotta sit in front of the space heater. So I'm kind of doing a craft this afternoon because I've been wanting to do this for a long time. A couple months ago, actually. It's been in our closet for a while now, but I got this column from Hobby Lobby because I just thought it was cool looking, and I also thought it'd be great to put a pot on top of with like a little floral arrangement, or maybe even like a stack of books or something. But I just thought it would be cute for decor, and it was $6.99. So I just laid down some Trader Joe's bags, and then the only reason why I'm even painting it is because there's all these like little green, I don't know if you can really pick up here, but it's kind of chipped, and then there's like these brown and green speckled things on them, and I just don't like that. I would prefer for it to all be one color. So I'm doing the color parchment so that it's all just kind of one color. So I will show you what it looks like when we're done. Hopefully it's cute. Okay, I just finished. Honestly, it only took me like 30 minutes or so, but I just put it down on these brown paper bags. I just cut them. That way I could turn it on its side and don't have to touch any of it. But it turned out pretty good. Obviously, I'll show you once it dries and kind of as I had imagined as far as like putting props and stuff on top of it and product and that sort of thing. But I think it's a pretty cute decor piece. I used just acrylic paint, and I think that I'm creative, but I would not say that I'm artistic necessarily. So this honestly turned out pretty good for minimal effort for this guy. Here's another little view, kind of up close. Yeah, turned out pretty cute. Hi, so it's later in the night, obviously, and I'm about to get ready for bed. And I have never done a get unready with me, so I just thought that I would film a little kind of normal skincare night for me. And honestly, I usually only use 1 or 2 products. Today I'm gonna use 3 because I'm gonna do a little bit of a scrub. But my makeup is already off, and I still have like, I think some moisturizer and stuff on from earlier in the day. But this guy right here, I have no idea whether that's a bug bite or is it? So I'm just gonna leave it. Actually, I should just leave it in general and not touch it. Sometimes I can tend to pick things. So I'm gonna go ahead and wash my face. I'm gonna use Beauty Counter's cleansing balm. It's my favorite thing. I actually talked about it earlier when I said I was treating my burn. It looks okay. It doesn't look that bad. And it's not bothering me at all. I think I'm gonna use vitamin E oil on it because I'm a little bit afraid. I'm just kind of afraid that it's gonna scar. So we will see. I'm gonna go ahead and wash my hands, and then you can apply that balm onto dry skin or moist skin, and then I rinse it, and then I take a towel and pat dry it. So let's get started. I use probably about a dime size, and I will either pull it out with my fingers or this little tool. I do like using the tool because I feel like it helps put the right amount on. I've also seen people when they do this, they pull out the balm with their finger and then they rub it together, but I just want to make sure it goes on all of the right areas. And then also the fun thing about this is that you can use it as a moisturizer after.
I don't usually, because I like to use oils and kind of layer things at night, and it does serve kind of more as like an overnight mask. But anyways, yeah, so I'm just gonna clean my skin off with this bad boy. I also love Beauty Counter because they are non-toxic, cruelty-free, a clean brand. So most of the brands that I use I try to stay that way as much as possible, and you feel a lot more conscious about what you're putting on your skin, and you also feel like you're not putting weird crap on your skin. I'm gonna go ahead and rinse that off now. Okay, and then while my skin is still damp, I'm going to exfoliate, and now you don't always have to do an external exfoliant. However, I really like this one. It's Bliss's Micro Magic Skin Renewing Microdermabrasion Scrub. And I have used this for probably 2 years. It's my favorite product by theirs. I use maybe like a dime size amount. And then I kind of just do the same thing that I did with my cleansing balm. And this is the tiniest little microdermabrasion scrubs. I feel like it does a really good job of being gentle while still getting off dead skin and all of that kind of stuff. It's just my favorite. And then I always just make sure to avoid the eye area. I tend in the winter to get the most dry right around my nose and my mouth. I think it's pretty common. So I just make sure to get around there and then just really moisturize in that area and add like oils and things like that. And then you're just gonna rinse it off. Okay, so I've just rinsed off the scrub. And normally, I don't do a scrub very often. I would say I probably do it about once a week-ish, especially in the winter. I don't want to do it overkill. My skin's already pretty dry in the winter. On the days where I'm not using a scrub, I love to use the overnight resurfacing peel from Beauty Counter. It just really helps combat acne. It renews skin cells and just does a really good job of adding glow to your skin. So I have the mini version of that one. It looks like this. Yeah, this little overnight resurfacing peel. On nights where I'm not doing a scrub, I'll do that. Or I will use Bliss's Clear Genius. Kind of does the same effect, both kind of a serum consistency. This one is AHA and BHA. Both of them are just like a liquid peel that do wonders for the skin. So I'm not gonna do that tonight. Both of those are pretty gentle, but I just wanna keep it simple. So I'm going to end with Summer Friday's jet lag mask, which is a kind of cult favorite. Everybody loves it. I've seen a lot of people too just use this as their under eye cream, which lordy, I could use some under eye cream right now. But yeah, you can use this really generously and it's very hydrating. It's really good. It's like the scent is really minimal and it's technically an overnight mask, but some people use it as like night moisturizer, all that kind of stuff. So I'm just gonna apply this and get ready for bed. Okay, and then I almost forgot to mention, I always go to bed with lip balm on. I will either use the Summer Fridays one or the Kopari one I really like, and then the Laneige one. Everybody loves this one for a reason. It's so good. The lip sleeping mask. I don't know if this one says the scent. They have a lot of new scents right now. I really wish that I had waited a little bit because I would have gotten the mint one. I love mint scent before bed. But this does have a little tint. I think in one of my other videos I used it during the day. It's really good. Okay, so I just finished and I'm feeling ready to wake up dewy. So hopefully that happens and hopefully my skin is very hydrated. I feel like it will. My skin has been particularly dry this winter, so trying to combat that as much as possible. But that is actually the end for this week's vlog. Thank you so much for watching the vlog and for subscribing and commenting and liking. It really means the world as I'm starting out on this YouTube journey. And tomorrow is New Year's Eve, so I'm gonna spend the day. I'm going to do a mood board. I haven't done a visual mood board in at least 5 or 6 years, but I'm going to. I'm just gonna pull a bunch of photos from Pinterest, maybe quotes and just aesthetic photos, and put it together on Google Slides. And I'm probably gonna make it my phone background to be like, yes, Tessa, do this. I heard someone recently say to put your goals in the present tense so that you don't feel so guilty or feel forced about doing it, instead of saying like, I will work out this year. Instead saying, I'm proud of myself for prioritizing my health, or I am prioritizing food and exercise, or something like that, to focus on being more present instead of looking at it in the future tense. Because if you do, then you end up feeling really guilty about potentially not hitting that stride or reaching that goal. So I know in the next year, I definitely want to focus on physical health, prioritizing that for myself. I want to use more of my creative gifts, and I want to grow on YouTube, grow on the YouTube community, and talk to you guys more on here and hear more of what you guys want to see. I know for next week, I'm not going to do like a weekly vlog of what I'm doing. I'm going to go around and try to find the best latte in LA. So I'm going to just try to keep it different, keep it interesting, but I love doing the weekly vlogs. So let me know if there's things that you want me to add or that you want to see here, whether that's fashion, food, or reviews, or beauty, anything like that. Just let me know. And thank you so much for watching. It really does mean the world. And I hope that you are entering the new year refreshed from this last week. I hope you were able to have some downtime, maybe with friends or family, or just good old alone time is always needed. So happy new year. I actually think we have so much to cling to hope for in the new year, and I'm believing it's going to be the best. So stay tuned here, and I'll see you very soon.